When I hear other people's stories that have reached a pivotal moment in their lives, they can often remember with complete accuracy the date, the time, and as they share their story, they can identify that point as the pivotal point that changed the trajectory of their lives. I don't really have that point. It was a 3 month period that gave me access to a new way of thinking, but I have no idea what day of the week it was. I have no idea the date it was. I remember I was in Bali. I remember I was at the Rock Bar. I remember I was watching a sunset. I have no idea what the date was. But I remember the next day as well, we went to a water park. Incredible water park in Bali with some of the folks that I'd met in the place that I was staying. It was a group of about 6 of us. And we had a ridiculously good time. Like an unbelievably good time. We laughed. We had so much fun. The rides were incredible. There was this one ride, right, that you fair old number of steps to get up to. And then you stand in this capsule and it just goes 3, 2, 1, and the floor falls out from under you and you just plummet down this slide. And I remember like just doing this slide over and over and over and over again. And when you got to the bottom of this slide, right, because I'm like 200 pounds in weight, you need to slow yourself down. And obviously, you're kind of like skimming over the top of the water, and you're basically given a choice in that moment. You can either stay on top of the water and bounce, and basically, the friction of the water hitting your backside is what slows you down as you kind of bounce along the surface of the water, gradually slowing down. Or you can decide to stick your legs under the water, which the same force of water ends up hitting your genitalia. You got a choice. So at the end of the day, I had a ridiculously bruised backside, like proper black and blue, not just like a bit sore. I'm talking about proper black and blue backside. And we had a ridiculously good time. But the day before, I was asking questions in my head of would anybody miss me if I didn't come back from this scenario? And I've been exploring a lot about this idea of the space between. Because so often the content, the media, the stories we consume are based on either a complete low or a complete high. The truth is, you can be at your lowest. You could be at your complete rock bottom and still laugh. You could be at the complete high of your life and still feel sad. You can be at rock bottom and still feel peace and joy and connection to someone. You could be on top of the world and feel lonely. So much of what we think about those highs and lows don't run on a mutually exclusive spectrum, that the rules of when you feel bad have to be dictated by constantly feeling these negative emotions at the same time when you feel good, ignoring the fact that you might also have moments of loneliness. That's not how it works. So I guess I just turned the video on here. I'm not sure if I've got a point. My point would be allow it all. Allow it all to be. I was on a podcast the other day where I said it's okay. Like, no matter what it is, it's okay. If you're on top of the world, but you have a nagging feeling of loneliness, that's okay. If you're at rock bottom, yeah, it's okay. You'll be surprised that you still have access to joy, laughter, happiness, connection, Doesn't always feel that way. You'll be surprised. So navigate that space between. Don't resist it. Don't fight it. Accept it. Navigate it. I think you'll be surprised what can come out of it.